Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Captain Marvel. Oh my gosh, we're already up to issue number 23. It's like this is a great ongoing series or something like that. Anyway, if you agree, stick around. We're going to talk about it after I tell you about who made the comic book. So we got Brave New World Part 2. Kelly Thompson is the writer. The artist is Lee Garbet. The flashback artist is Belen Ortega, and the color artist is Antonio Fabella. We got VC's Clayton Cowles on letters and production, and the cover artist is George Molina. Variant cover artist out there, Russell Dauterman, and bing, da bang, bang. Let's just go. Let's talk about this awesome comic book. So we start off pretty much exactly where we left off in the previous issue, where Luke Cage is like, "Yeah, I am the messenger, and I will tell you these things, and don't no one touches the messenger." He's kind of like Xerxes. The I'm a merciful God, except, he's backhanding his own kid, which is just that's unacceptable. Now, if I had to make one single complaint about this comic book, it's right there on that first page, bottom left and right hand corner, the bottom two panels, when Carol's like, "It's that's not like Cage, Danny. Not really. Look at his eyes. He just hit his kid. Duh! That's not anywhere near like him. That's not how people act. That's not how fathers act. Well, that's not how fathers should act. Anyway, so he's just like the backhand and he moves on. It's like, she starts sending invisible messengers to go and follow him and whatnot. And then we see this epic freaking scene right here. We see all these people from the future, but reminiscent of the past. We actually get to see Rogan Gambit's daughter. We get to see younger characters like Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I imagine this is actually her, but older, or maybe her daughter. But like some of these characters, you could tell they're very similar, like Hazmat, except definitely a kid. But like the world is topsy turvy on its head. And we actually start to get that history as we move forward. This is some great storytelling where you're just seeing everything roll out. We get a little bit of history, then we get something of what's going on today. Case in point, this is Kelly. She's going to show you some brand new characters that you might think this is an inconsequential character. And then she hits you, bam! Told you should have gotten that first edition, shouldn't you have? Yeah. First appearance of Thor's daughter. Is this Thor gal? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. This is like a new version of her, something like that. But boom. And she's not worthy of Mjolnir, apparently. She doesn't have Mjolnir. It's not listening to her. It almost sounds like Kelly's really exploring this stuff. I'm saying. By the way, just because I'm not talking about the art, it's because it's so simple that it's so freaking beautiful. There's no need to. I'm gonna anyway. Holy crap, dude. And look at these backgrounds. Doesn't draw your attention to it, but they're there the whole time. And that's one of the things that makes the transition of the panels so seamless is just the idea that boom, 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 boom. You're not caught up on the useless stuff, the important stuff. It's right there in the front, even when it's just a silhouette in the background. This is some of the stuff that I love about here. As we move on, we're seeing more of the story being unfolded. I am not here to just start exploiting all the spoilers in here, although I am going to reveal the last page in a minute. The idea is that we actually find out the story of what's going on in the past and how some characters wound up getting hurt. She's paying attention to not just the characters and their powers, but their personalities also, which I think is exceptional. All of this while they're trying to move from point A to point B and all the little troubles and travails that happen in the meantime. There's a comment in here about, oh, this monster looks strangely familiar. Perhaps the one that actually sucked you into the current timeline also looks a little bit like the one that, what's her name, Dr. Minerva wound up making, like earlier on in the series. So I'm saying it kind of feels like maybe everything's connected. Under normal circumstances, I say, psh, hogwash. But I mean, at the end of the day, besides Peter David, who barely brought in his Hulk the End story, full transmission with the Maestro story recently, who else has really brought in there the end story and reused it again and actually found something beyond the end? I'm pretty sure that's Thompson. I'm pretty sure that's the only one. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong. These stories are freaking insane. And maybe she's just been watching a lot of Lord of the Rings, but literally getting from point A to point B hasn't been this interesting in a really long time. And even though it's not said, I'm going to say it. This is to Kelly. This is to Lee. Thank you for the Dazzler reference. That was freaking epic. Didn't have to be. You don't have to consider it. But for me, old school fan, that photon shot, that was beautiful. So now we come to the final page here. I'm going to point something out. There's a reveal of who somebody is, but I'm not going to go into extensive detail. So I'm going to hide the words. I'm just going to show you this because this was kind of cool. Now, again, I don't usually show the last page, but I got a little curious when I saw this guy over here because he looks strangely familiar. I'm not sure if I've ever seen. Oh my God, mirror image. Hey,
Oh,
what's up,
hello,
Raph? How you doing, brother?
hello, Professor Javier. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
What are
Look,
you doing in this comic? What are you doing in my comic book, man?
oh my God, this is such an honor. I mean, I run Captain Marvel News for like 10 years now. I
10-year
think that
anniversary recently.
yes, this is like the 10th anniversary of Captain Marvel News, and I started the Captain Marvel News account. It was called Miss Marvel News. It was Carrie wasn't even Captain Marvel at the time, so I'll take this as a anniversary gift.
Hey,
And
hey.
actually, it's my second time. During Kelly Sue's run, I was drawn by David Lopez. So being drawn by Lee Garbett and during Kelly Thompson's amazing run is such an honor. Yeah.
I think this is a tradition that has to keep on going. I'm not saying I want new writers and new artists, but if for some reason it does happen,
A regular cameo. I think
there
I
you,
think I deserve it.
there you go.
Yeah. You too,
Absolutely.
man.
well, we'll
Let's
see.
work that out.
We'll see. Comic Book University, Captain Marvel page, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. You and me both. Ugh!
Ugh.
But what's going on, dude? So tell the world about yourself, bro, because we get to see your amazing tweets. We get to see your love for the character, the
Yeah.
history. She's one of the best. One of the best because we were rooting for you. We voted for you. We contacted people. We pulled some strings, and we got you to actually meet the Mademoiselle herself, Brie
Yes.
Larson.
Yes. It was well. I started this account like 10 years ago, and was like, it was a very slow process. Um, During that time, I started to, I think I got the trust from people, from the fans, from the Carol Core. It wasn't at the time there wasn't a fandom, a name for the fandom of the Carol Danvers at the time. So when Kelly Sue decided to call them Carol Core, and I think everybody started to look for her on Twitter, and they kind of started to follow my page. So it wasn't actually until 2012 when it started to grow, and I think it called Marvel's attention. And yeah, I just had amazing opportunities. I made a lot of friends, like Fernanda, who is in this cameo with me, from Captain Marvel Brazil. Yeah, the little girl over there. Yeah,
Right next to you.
there she is.
Oh,
Yeah, and I got to meet virtually, but I got to meet a lot of the writers and the artists, and Brie Larson herself, which is such an incredible person. I'm really really proud of her.
nice, nice. We're
Yeah, yeah, it was
proud of
amazing.
both you guys. What was the thing that she said to you again when you first saw her?
Oh my God, you came! She said
And
to me.
why? Why? Oh my God, you came.
Well, because she started to follow the account when she was announced as Captain Marvel back in 2016 during San Diego Comic Con. And since she started following the account, we started to DM each other with you know words of motivation for her to keep on going. I mean, it would be something new for her, and she was always super humble and wanting to learn from the character, from me, from to the asking me to do threads, and I always tweet how do you call that, facts and curiosities and history. So she's always like reading and super like wanting to learn everything. She even mentioned that during an interview for Captain Marvel, you know, when the movie was coming out, and she said like we were like schooling her constantly. Can you imagine that? She had all the tools from Marvel, but she like I don't remember other actor or you know who's like so is humble enough to give credits to fan accounts like this. So I think it's such a she's such a incredible human. She's amazing. She's really down to earth. She doesn't think she's better than anyone. She's willing to learn. I mean, amazing. The message she sent to me when the movie got to 1 billion is like really. I got really emotional, but yeah, she's incredible. I can't wait to see more of her during these next 10 years of the MCU.
Agreed. Like no disparity towards any other actor who's played some
No,
big role, but it's one thing to say, oh, let's do a photo op where we go to a comic book store and buy some comics. That should have been done a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? The photo op is cute, but it's that behind the scenes stuff. When people say Brie doesn't know this character, you're proof. You're proof that she does.
she
You know,
really does.
to go and ask it's again, anybody can get the direction from Marvel, like you said, but to actually go and ask fans, what do you think? I'm sorry, not only is that humble, but that's brilliant. And
Exactly.
it's wonderful.
She wants to learn. She wants it to be the best Carol she could be for us. She wanted to do justice, and she told me, "Thank you for your acceptance of my portrayal." Can you imagine that? Come on.
Yeah, because she doesn't owe anybody anything.
Yeah,
And yet,
exactly.
and
Exactly.
yet,
She doesn't have to prove anything to anyone, like she said in the movie, and that's it. And that's it. But either way, she said it to me, and she's like that. She's like that in person. I mean, well, I get really really angry when I read stuff like because that's not true at all, at all.
uh, ignore the nonsense from wannabes.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's a
Those
party.
people, those people will never go higher, further, faster.
Never, 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 never. That's it. Yeah, use the right
Brother,
word, man.
brother, it was great seeing you. Um, I know that this book doesn't come out yet for you. You got like 2 more
Tomorrow
days till it
morning.
comes out. There you go. So looking forward to you actually being able to see it, actually hold your second cameo appearance in your own
Oh my
hands.
goodness. Teach me.
And that, done. All right. I'll check you later, guys. Everybody from me and from Raf. So from Canada and Spain, joint
Yeah,
Professor Bill and Raf, Comic Book University. Say it with me. Class
that's
dismissed. Okay, it was pretty good.